All right, next up, we're going to be doing a technical review for some deadlifting. This person says that deadlifting is his weakest lift, and he's wondering, if we can fix any sort of technical issues before we get too far into this, so that he can try to improve this at a little bit more of an even rate. So first off, I appreciate the variety of angles that you've got here. And I want to see kind of how things move when they get a little bit heavier. So we're still pretty light. So I want to jump ahead a bit in your video here so we can get to see some heavier weights. Excuse me. So one thing that I've noticed in the earlier sets as well, you really have your hips down a lot at the start. Now, excuse me, I'm sorry for coughing in the microphone here. Part of this is just how you're built. Your torso is long, your femurs are long. So that's just kind of how it's going to be for you. You've got a long pull. So yeah, deadlift is going to be difficult. Sumo deadlift may be worth a try. I know that that's sacrilegious in some circles. I don't know if that's you or not, but sumo deadlift might be worth a try. In terms of other things that I see technically going on, there's not a lot. I mean, yeah, you look to be pretty technically proficient here. Yeah, I think from looking at your proportions, it probably would be worth looking into a sumo deadlift just to see how you perform with it. So the way that we typically do sumo deadlifts, I've done videos on this in the past, so you can check those out as well. It's kind of like this. We'll take like a 4-week period where we have ample training time and whatnot, and we'll train exclusively sumo deadlifts. And we are looking for a couple things. We want to see what your overall level of strength is, and we want to see how you're responding to training. So if you're getting stronger, but you've not yet eclipsed your previous PR, as long as it's not hopeless, we'll continue the test. But if you're not responding well to training and you're not very strong with it, then we know that conventional is right for you. Now, if you get to the point where you deadlift more sumo than conventional, then your choice is obvious. So I think that would be a thing that's really worth looking into if I were you. We just need to find an appropriate time in your training block to tackle it. So the appropriate time is basically going to be any time that doesn't have a competition, in the near future, so we can just focus on trying to get proficient at the sumo deadlift and not worry too much about what your overall strength is for a little while.